Hello students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are fit and fine. And I also hope that you all are safe at your places. Now students, be regular with your studies and be regular with your assignments also. Okay. Now let's start new chapter number 2, elements, compounds and mixtures. Okay. And here in this chapter you're going to learn about elements, compounds and mixtures. Now, before starting this chapter, let me tell you something about the atoms. Okay, now why I'm telling you about atoms? Because atoms, all these elements, compounds and mixtures, they all are made up of, or we can say all matter is made up of atoms only. Okay, so what is an atom? Atom is the smallest particle of an element. All the matter, be it solid, liquid, gases, they all are made up of atoms only. Okay. Now students, matter is anything that occupies space, has mass and can be perceived by our senses. Okay. So whatever thing that we see around us is matter, and all these matter, they are made up of atoms. Okay. So atoms, they are the tiny particles that are present in matter. Now matter, it is divided into, or we can say it has got 3 states. Okay, what are they? Solid, liquid and gases. Now previously I told you that all these matter, solids, liquids and gases, they are made up of molecules. What are these? These are molecules. Okay, molecules, and all these molecules, they are made up of atoms. Okay, so molecules, they are made up of atoms. Now students, matter, they are divided into pure and impure substances. Okay, now what do I mean by pure substances? Pure substances, they are the substances that are made up of either one kind of atoms or 2 or more kind of atoms. And impure substances are the substances that are made up of 2 or more kind of elements or compounds. Okay, now let's start here with elements. Pure substances, they are of 2 types. Okay, elements and compounds. Elements are the pure substances that are made up of only one kind of atoms. Okay. Elements, they are the pure substances that are made up of only one kind of atoms. Now, they are further divided into metals, non-metals and noble gases. Now, what does that mean? One kind of atoms? See here, let's take an example of hydrogen. Okay, what is hydrogen? Hydrogen is an element. Okay, now hydrogen is an element and it is made up of only one kind of atoms, which is hydrogen. You can see here, this is hydrogen, H2. This is a molecule of H2 and this is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay, when 2 hydrogen atoms, they combine, they make a molecule of hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen is an element because it has 2 same kind of atoms. Then comes compounds. Okay, now compounds, they are also pure substances, but they are made up of 2 or more kind of atoms. Now what does that mean? Let's take here, let me explain you with an example. This is H2O. H2O is water. Okay, now H2O is a compound and H2O is made up of 2 kinds of atoms. What are they? Here, hydrogen and oxygen. So how many types of how many kinds of atoms are there? 2 kinds of atoms, hydrogen and oxygen. There are 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Okay, when 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, they combine, they form H2O, and H2O is formula of water. Okay, the same way CO2. Now in CO2, How many kinds of atoms are there? Two kinds of atoms are there. One carbon and the other one is oxygen. So how many atoms are there? Only one carbon atom. And how many oxygen atoms are there? Two oxygen atoms. Okay. So what they form? They form a molecule of carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay. The same here is with nitrogen dioxide. Okay. So this is about compounds and elements. Now elements, there are 118 elements that are known and they are known to man, and they are arranged very systematically in a table called periodic table that you are going to learn later in the chapter. And these elements, they are divided into metals. Metals like lead, copper, iron, then silver, gold. All these are metals, okay, because they are hard. And non-metals also. Non-metals like hydrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc. And noble gases. Noble gases like helium, neon, etc. Okay. So elements, they are divided into metals, non-metals and noble gases. And compounds, just now I told you, they are formed of two or more kinds of atoms. Then comes impure substances. What are impure substances? They are made up of two or more either elements or two or more compounds or mixture of elements and compounds. Okay. For example, mixture of iron and sulfur. Now let's study about elements in detail. Okay. Now what are elements? Again, elements, they are the pure substances that are made up of identical atoms. Now what do you mean by this identical? Identical means same kind of atoms. Okay, same kind of atoms. Like just now I told you, I gave you example of H2. Now H2 is made up of two hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen, hydrogen, they are the same. Same is with O2. Oxygen, oxygen. So here we have two oxygen atoms. They combine to form oxygen molecule. So oxygen, oxygen, here is the same kind of atom. Here also hydrogen, hydrogen, they are the identical atoms, same kind of atoms. So identical means same kind of atoms. Okay. Then we have, it cannot be broken down into two or more substances by physical or chemical methods. Now elements, they cannot be divided further into substances, two or more substances, okay, by physical or by chemical methods. Okay. Now elements, they are further divided into metals, non-metals. Now there is metalloids also. Metalloids means they are the elements that have both the properties of metals and non-metals. Okay. For example, boron. Now then noble gases. Okay, noble gases are the gases. They are the unreactive gases that are present in traces in air. So this is all about elements. Now let us study about metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Now metals, they are the elements that have luster. Luster means shine. For example, gold, silver, even copper, they have shine. Okay. And non-metals, they are the elements that do not have luster. That means they do not have shine. For example, sulfur, iodine, phosphorus, carbon, etc. Now, secondly, metals, they are the elements that are malleable. Malleable means they can be beaten into sheets. Okay. For example, aluminium. Have you seen aluminium sheets? So, these are the elements that can be beaten into sheets. Okay, but non-metals, they are the elements that cannot be beaten into sheets. For example, carbon, for example, iodine, etc. Now, third, metals, they are ductile. Now, ductile means they can be drawn into wires. So, for example, copper wires. Then here, non-metals, they are non-ductile. That means they cannot be drawn into wires like copper, like metals. For example, phosphorus, carbon, iodine, sulfur, etc. They cannot be drawn into wires. Then fourth is are good conductors of heat and electricity. Good conductors means these are the elements that allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Okay. For example, iron, copper, they all allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Now, non-metals, they are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Bad conductors means they do not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. For example, here copper, phosphorus, iodine, they do not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. So these are the differences between metals and non-metals. Now we are going to study about metalloids and noble gases. Okay, metalloids and noble gases. Metalloids and noble gases, they are also elements. Okay, so metalloids are the elements which have properties of both metals and non-metals. Or we can say elements that shows the properties of both metals and non-metals. For example, boron. Then comes noble gases. Now, noble gases, they are the unreactive inert gases that are present in air, in traces in air. Their percentage is very, very small. And for example, helium, neon and argon, these are the noble gases. Now, helium, it is used in weather forecasting balloons, and neon, it is used in signboards, advertisement signboards. Okay. Now, students, every substance possess properties. Okay, now here we're going to study the physical properties of substances, or we can say the characteristic properties of gases, solids and liquids. And the important physical properties of substances are color, odor means smell, nature, density, solubility, melting and boiling point. Now the first is color. Now some substances, they are colorless and some are colored. Here mostly are gases. Okay, so colorless gases are oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen chloride, ammonia, sulfur dioxide. Okay, whereas gases which have color in them is chlorine, which is greenish yellow in color, and nitrogen dioxide, which is reddish brown. Then comes odor. Odor means smell. Now some are odorless and some have odor in them. Now odorless gases are oxygen, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Whereas gases which have odor in them is, and odor is pungent, choking odor. Okay, hydrogen chloride, chlorine, ammonia, sulfur dioxide. Okay, then comes nature. Now some of these gases, they are poisonous and some are non-poisonous. Okay, poisonous means they are toxic and some are non-toxic. Now poisonous are chlorine, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, carbon monoxide. Whereas non-poisonous are oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen chloride. Then comes density. How they are dense. Okay, now here the comparison is with air. Okay, so either they are lighter than air, heavier than air, or almost as heavy. So the gases which are lighter than air are hydrogen and ammonia. Okay, and which are heavier than air are carbon dioxide, chlorine, sulfur dioxide. and almost as heavy are oxygen, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, hydrogen, chloride. Then comes solubility in water. Okay, now some are highly soluble, some are slightly soluble, and some are fairly soluble. Okay, so highly soluble are hydrogen chloride, ammonia, sulfur dioxide. Fairly soluble are carbon dioxide, chlorine. Slightly soluble are oxygen, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen. Then comes melting and boiling point. Okay, now melting and boiling point, it is that point, or it is that fixed temperature at which the solid starts melting. Okay, it is called melting point, and boiling point is that fixed temperature at or a fixed point at which the liquid starts boiling. Okay, so melting point is the temperature at which solids, they just melt and change over to liquid, and boiling point is the temperature at which liquids, they just boil and change over to vapor. Okay, and then malleability and ductility, just now I told you. Malleability is the ability of a substance to hammered into sheets, that can be beaten into sheets. Okay, for example, metals, mostly all the metals, they can be beaten into sheets, like aluminium, like copper, like silver, like gold. Then comes ductility. Now ductility means ability of a substance to be drawn into wires. Okay, for example, metals like copper, they can be drawn into wires. Okay, so these are the physical properties of the substances.